to survive. To life, the crash, the dips, they burn it all away. No, 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 no. Neon streets standing here, we're block to block, flickering screens, nowhere to hide. Robots rise, taking all our jobs. Crypto still surviving. Day by day, will you ever break free from the chains that fiat made? I want your keys. Tonight, burning money. Feel the burning money. Spending this lonely night, stacking more. Tonight, burning money. Touch me, burning money. Show me your games with your stash, burning cash. I could never trust the system. Did you feel buried in dead-end lies? You keep saying it's all going fine. Did you dream of no more banks, no more chains to bind, keeping us enslaved? Did you lie? Tell me how to break free from this night. Neon streets standing here, we're block to block, flickering screens, nowhere to hide. Robots rise, taking all our jobs. Crypto still surviving. Day by day, will you ever break free from the chains that fiat made? I want your keys. I want your keys. Tonight, burning money. Feel the burning money. Spending this lonely night, stacking more. Tonight, burning money. Touch me, burning money. Show me your games with your stash, burning cash. Give me sets, burning cash.
What's the second button? There is no second pass.
I accidentally hit the button. Oh man, let's talk about the chaotic way to start this live stream. Jeez, I hit my third mouse button and it just like, yeah, there it goes. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Have no fear, Crypto Otaku is here. Thank you again for the amazing intro there, Jake the Snake. How's it going, guys? Strawberry Dragons, yes, is here as well. How's it going, Strawberry? D-Worm already starting out with some fire. And of course, Batlander coming out right out the gate with a $20 super chat. Thank you, my guy. I've been in need of some hard-hitting chaos tonight. Let's go.
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Thank you, Batlander. Of course, we will definitely serve up the chaos tonight. Hello, citizens of Ohio. Of course, the King of Ohio is in the chat as well. Jake the Snake, of course, reminding me to shield the channel. Guys, please, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below. We're trying to get the stream up to 1,000 subs so we can have all of the superpowers for the channel. Yeah, just in time, says Crypto JPEG. Good evening, Otaku. Can we get to 109 or on the close? I don't know, man. I don't know. We just started having a little bit of a retest to the downward section. The previous resistance, which was 108, 108.8 is now being tested right now, as we know, as support. We'll of course get to the chart and see what's going on there, guys. How's it going? How's it going? What a good. We're early, guys. We're we're early. I blame Batlander because he freaked me out when I saw that pop up on the live, and my mouse just went boof right on into the show on the road. All right. Oh my God! Let's clean up the dancing mascots and get the show going. Of course, just like yesterday, I got a lot of stuff to cover as well. Hopefully not as much as yesterday. Yesterday was exhausting. So exhausting. All right, let's close the dancing mascots. There they go. Of course, getting ready for 4th of July, Chan, as that is our current holiday. We are right around the corner from. Actually, as well, I want to, of course, give a shout out to Ramona. Tonight, we're actually going to be burning a Benny for Ramona. I had this also to remind me. Ramona, thanks again for everything you do on the chat and the channel, and the community loves you. But also, I wanted to also say, we're running up to Ramona's prediction here. Look at this, guys. We're getting really close on a breakout right on top of Ramona's day. Ramona's day being July 3rd, as she has predicted. And while we're also waiting for that prediction to come true, hopefully, I'm betting on the odds for Ramona. I mean, my original target was July 7th and 8th, but yeah, if it happens, I'm again. We're playing by Price is Right rules, right? You get as close as you can without going over. Sorry, Jake. You're already out. I also wanted to, of course, show you guys what the current voting is right now for the BB bill, right? The big, beautiful bill. Sitting at 216 yays and 212 nays, but still need 4 votes to decide this. And I believe they just are having a hard time getting into the White House, getting there and casting their vote because of the weather. From what I heard, has been intense in all areas or whatever. I think our senator in Illinois, or our congressman or whatever, he drove like 16 hours from Illinois to get to. It's about right. Maybe a little less than that. I don't know. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, about 16 hours to get to the White House to cast his vote. All right, this is what we're looking at tonight. Of course, winning every single day. Can't stop winning. We're so much winning, guys. I'm so tired of winning. Again, just a quick recap. If you guys didn't catch the early morning special we do every single morning, of course, with the market open, of course, you would already know we're already winning. Or every single day we're winning. We're predicting this every single day where Bitcoin's going to go. I want to be wrong, guys. Hopefully tonight will be the night where we're finally wrong on the channel. I'd be so happy to wake up tomorrow and be like so wrong. I don't know, 3,000 to 4,000 up or down. I'd be so happy. Anyway, of course, yesterday we're calling for a baseline or bear target. Of course, basically falling right in line with our baseline target. And we didn't go anywhere near these lows. Obviously, the big beautiful bill has already started being voted, even with all of the nonsense. I don't know if you guys caught any of that today. They basically tried to filibuster the entire thing with with the Black Caucus and the Freedom Caucus, all asking for a amendment to basically veto the whole damn thing. And of course, every single response was exactly the same. There is no person to to acknowledge that process there, and they're not willing to do so. Anyway, so that's what's going on. In the July 4th rally may happen, and I'm hoping that we get Ramona here tonight to confirm this. I want to get her a current sentiment on it, because I'm sure she's got a little bit of an update for us on her prediction. Mine, of course, is still, let me pull that one up. I have it hidden away, tucked away. Mine is still the same. Nothing has changed. Although we did dip a little bit, then came back down to the same target we are right now. Nothing really has changed in my prediction. Still looking for a breakout towards the 7th or the 8th to all-time highs. We wouldn't touch all-time highs according to my breakout until, what is that? Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night. Moving into Monday morning in the United States. Hopefully seeing a breakout before then. I really hope I'm wrong there too. And I hope Ramona's right. But still, that is my idea. Let me close that there for you. All right, guys, let's get into some other things. Check back on the chat and make sure I'm not skipping over anything. Oh, God, you guys are crazy. I can't believe that Ramona is going to pull it off, says Jake the Snake. Yeah, I mean, that one day we casted the votes, and like, what, 80% of you guys said that Ramona was right on with that target. I would not be doubting her at all at this point. Rolling over on the 1 hour, says Jake the Snake. Bitcoin is, yeah, I mean, it could bounce from here, but also we're sitting at that level of support that, of course, now may be support is what I'm getting at, because this was resistance for quite a long time, since back in the middle of June. We haven't been able to get back above 108.9, and here we are. We're sitting there right now. So I think it's a pretty good place to be. And I would say with the narrative right now, the overall sentiment, this could be our new bottom for a while. And if in fact you want to take a look at the order books, I could show you that too, as we normally do. Of course, let's take a look at Kimba the White Snow Lion over on YouTube. Don't pay for something, get free, guys. Don't do it.
What are you, stupid?
Yes, of course, bringing it to you for free. The live order books right now for Bitcoin, as you can see. We smashed through so much today after the announcement that Trump had, I guess, arranged the trade deals with Vietnam. Let's zoom on in here and take a look, see what we got. All right, so this is what I'm referring to here. We smashed through all of this. Man, that's super blurry. But we smashed through all of that. At 108.9, of course, being our strongest level of resistance. The next level, of course, is all-time highs, sitting at $112,000 Bitcoin. We've never gotten to exactly 112. I think we hit the highest we ever got was like 111.9, 7, something like that. That's kind of our all-time high. So we're still between where we are now, pretty much free and open between here and our previous support level of 105 to all-time highs. It's basically, that's it. That's it. Oh man, there's so much remaining and there's more to the downside in terms of buying pressure than there is selling pressure toward the upside on the long term, the short term, everything. Again, very, very bullish time to be looking at Bitcoin. Interesting too, if you guys follow Gareth Soloway, I thought that was really strange today. He came out and actually had a bearish sentiment on it. He's like, oh, no, I don't think it's going to get above 113. Where does he come up with this crap? I mean, okay, I know where he comes up with this crap. He comes up with it with the overall macro level, the overall macro conditioning of Bitcoin, which if you go out all the way to the daily chart, I've had this mapped since, oh my God, I'm going to have to hide her on the months, the weeks, the days, oh my God, everything. Maybe even hours. Jeez, really? Days. There we go. You too, Sailor. Go away. There we go. Of course, he's referring to the large macro trend line here, which I've been covering since I got into Bitcoin back in 2021, 2020. Yeah, I drew this on my chart way back then, just kind of trying to predict the all-time highs. And that's kind of where we are right now. We're in the cycle right now. If we were to hit 125, the idea here, guys, is that we need to eventually do this.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When Godzilla walks onto the playground, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
We need Godzilla to come in and destroy all of these models, like Sailor said. So we don't have to, any of these old chart goblins telling us where and when Bitcoin can do these things. Again, that's just my 2 cents on it. But yeah, that's where Gareth Soloway gets this general idea that we haven't gotten higher than these tops and the macro trend, taking us to about 113, 118 at the top maybe. I don't know where he's getting his stuff, but yeah, I can't wait to see his face when we're sitting much higher on the grand scheme of things. Anyway, enough about Bitcoin. Let's get into some other metrics, guys. Let's talk, of course, about all the things we talk about every single day, all the things. Let's get into U.S. national debt, $37 trillion, $53 billion, up about, $8 billion on the day, roughly, since yesterday, sitting at $45 billion. So, yeah, an average about $6 to $7 billion every single day. Nothing new, nothing has changed, nothing new to see there. Polymarket betting. Speaking of something new here, the Fed rate decision in July is now up to 20% chance of a 25 basis points cut. Still no change at 79%, a bit down about 6% since yesterday. Since the Fed has been coming a little off a little bit more dovish here lately on his talks over at the ECB. We covered that on Monday. Will Elon Musk create a new political party by July 31st? 28% chance says yes. December 31st, 42%. A reconciliation bill passed by July 5th, 77% chance. July 31st, 94% chance. So it doesn't, people are betting against, of course, this big, beautiful bill happening. How many votes will reconciliate? God, I can't pronounce anything like reconciliation bill. Jesus, why can't I pronounce that tonight? Get in the House. We're looking at the highest right now up to 218. A 44% chance, which I think is fine. No, that's not fine. That would still. We're looking at. I guess either way, losing this with a 4% chance. Really, getting 219 right now. We're sitting at 216. The yays and 212 in the nays. I guess people are more likely expecting this to not pass tonight. Super Bowl champion, China to US-China tariff agreement before 90-day deadline. 83% chance. Damn. That would be, of course, huge if true, and I'm sure it will happen since we did have talks of the rare earth metals and magnets last week. The 90-day deadline is just a few days away, guys. Let's a week from today. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy times. U.S. recession in 2025 down to, 26%. Remember when this was 75? Remember when it was 50? Remember when we could flip a coin? Those were good times when we could flip a coin on the recession. We don't do recessions anymore. Come on.
What are you, stupid?
All right, let me get back in the chat real quick before we get on to our next target here, our next subject matter. Gamma Goddess also in the chat. How the hell did I skip over you tonight, Gamma? How are you doing, Gamma? 108 Bitcoin close is solid. Happy Wednesday, Otaku One fam. Hope all is well. I'll practice patience. We're almost there. Let's get this money. Yes, let's get it. RSI pulling back on the to the 50. Most likely, says Jake the Snake. Otaku in the house, says Jimmy Vino. How's it going, Jimmy? How's it going? Right, and then we've got Mad Adam. Darn tootin' Mad Adam, how's it going? But the chaos will never roll over. I love it, my guy. Oh, yes. Okay, Jake the Snake says, plus the Dow is looking to pump. Where's Jim the Gunslinger when you need him? He's only on the morning lives, which is fine, because definitely need him to assist me in the TradFi space. He is, of course, our TradFi correspondent, Jim the Gunslinger Derringer. Jesus. Chart Goblins, yeah. LOL. Yeah, I guess always. I mean, I've been watching him since last cycle, and man, he's had a lot of good. He has had a lot of solid calls, but a lot of like, what are you thinking? He's definitely more short term, even more short term than me. I mean, and you see, I hit Bitcoin every single night. But yeah, he's ridiculous. D-Worm saying 108.888. On the close tonight. Interesting. Elon getting deported? No, but that's the rhetoric right now. Rec in what the hell? Reconciliation. What in the hell are you saying, Jake? I think you're broken, my guy. I think you're broken. Hey, fam Otaku, so appreciate you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. A guy says 1 day closer to the Chaos Party. That's right, the Chaos Party. Yeah. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Hidegar says, yo, in the house. How's it going? Of course, my favorite guy wearing the shades as Godzilla. Man, I gotta get my 3D printers going, guys. I gotta get shades for this little guy here. That'd be so cool. Definitely, I love you guys. You give me so many good ideas. Yeah, words are hard, says Jake the Snake. What's up, everyone? Milk Money in the house, too. How's it going, Milk Money? Yes, MM25 is in the house, guys. Yeah, Jake the Snake, those glasses. Got to get those glasses. All right. Let's get back into it, guys. See what else we got tonight. I got a bunch of news we're going to get into too at some point. Fear and greed index for the stock market today ended at 63 in greed. Fear and greed right now sitting for Bitcoin and crypto assets at 63. We're going to refresh it for the stream. Now sitting at 73 for the foreign markets. Bullish, because we don't sleep. The US dollar index coming back down to 96 and some change. This actually is great to see again. We saw the dollar come back up and resume right around the 97 range, but again fell back down into the 96 where it should be, because they cannot stop printing this money, and of course our purchasing power goes down with the dollar. Guys, this is why we're in this space. We got to get this freedom money, right? Freedom money. The crypto bubbles right now sitting all in green on the day, looking really good now. When we opened the market open live with me this morning, we were looking at this at about 2-3% on average for every coin. Now we're looking at about 6.5%. Not too bad of a day. I'm sure your portfolios have definitely been feeling it in the green today. Wow. I mean, I don't even know where to start, guys. It's a good day. It's a really good day for everyone. Let's get into the month though. Let's see what's down still. Because again, I'm trying to give you guys an opportunity to still get in while the getting is still good. And there's very few projects in the top 100 I still would recommend. Again, if you believe in Celestia, it's down 30% still. Jasmy's down 17.9%. It's still not too bad place of entry for Jasmy. Of course, the little token that could out of Japan. I don't know anymore. I totally lost it now. Every time I gotta look around my studio. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yes, Jasmy. It's the only coin I have out of the box. I have so many 3D printed coins that I need to get. I gotta get the studio back together, guys. But yeah, Jasmy, of course, being my favorite pick out of Japan. Yeah, probably gonna do very well this cycle. What else we have that's still down? If you believe in Doge, still down 13%. It's really not that much on the month. There really isn't too much anymore, guys. Of course, the last 2 weeks we've been shouting out from the rooftops. Coins that were down 30, 40, 50% off are now, of course, eating those gains. We don't have too much of what's left. There's a little bit left in the barrel. We're getting the scraps. Render's still down 17%. Not too bad of a place there. Look at that. Just rolled into 17 there. Jasmy's almost at 18 down 8%. You guys get the idea. There's still a little tiny bit left, but most of it's going to happen in the top 200 as useless coins still continues to outshine everything. My God, they can't even move it out of the way to show the rest of the stuff. ZBAC also coming up about 10% on the day against the month too. As last time we looked at this yesterday, it was about 52% down. Again, one of our darlings here on the channel. Payrolls platform, of course, the future of payrolls, being able to pay your employees by the minute, by the second. It doesn't matter. You don't have to wait a week anymore. It's this thing of the past with ZBEC. All right, ZBCM. That's probably, again, my only top pick I'd really recommend. It's down the most and still very bullish on that project on the month. White Rock too. I mean, White Rock's solid if you do some research and you like that project. Why not too? It's down 64%. Those are probably the only two that are down a significant amount that I'd say you could flip if you wanted to flip, or at least hold in for the run, right? Because it's going to be a very heated battle towards the upside. We figure out where the top's going to be. All right, moving on. Bitcoin market dominance sitting at 65.25%. Guys, yet again, Sailor.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid, right? Like, it's stupid. It's not 60% dominant.
No, but that is old coffee. Oh, Jesus. It is stupid though, guys. That we're still sitting up at 65.26%. 65% dominance for Bitcoin, right at the heat of the bull run. Is this ever going to fall down? Are we ever going to stop talking about Bitcoin and it's going to be in the limelight forever? Who knows? Maybe. Again, it is the future of money at this point. So yeah, we're still waiting for that big drop, of course, like we saw last cycle back in 2021. It happened in April and started the bull run. I would say the bull run, in my perspective, when I was in it, it started in March. It really started in March. It felt like it started in March. Yeah, you can see it actually started to fall down in March. So again, this cycle has been so different that we would have I think already been there. We'd be in a different place right now, just explosive, if we wouldn't have had to deal with the tariffs right out the gate. Alrighty, which also gives me again the feels of a extended cycle happening this next year. Okay, getting into the top 10 assets in our space right now, of course, just looking to see if anything's changed in the top 10. XRP still below Tether in terms of market cap, down now about $20 billion and some change. That's significant since, Tether has just been getting slammed with a whole bunch of interest for stablecoin activity. USDC is still sitting at 61 billion, up about $10 billion in market cap since its IPO got listed. Just remember, before it was sitting around 50 billion. And then, of course, nothing's changed in terms of the top 10 ranking. Cardano is still sitting number 10, Doge at 9, Hyperliquid at 11, Sui at 12, Bitcoin Cash at 13, and Chainlink at 14. Nothing's changed in the lineup here at all. Leo at Avalanche and Stellar. Of course, honorable mention going out to Jasmine. Yesterday was sitting at 91. Currently, it's sitting at 95, down 4 points in ranking. Okay, moving on. Here we go, guys, into my favorite metric to show you guys every single day, and that's how many Bitcoin are left on exchanges. This is it. It's been getting increasingly lower and lower every single day. Right now, we're looking at, was it 2.04 yesterday? Well, guess what, guys? We're probably even lower today. We'll see. 0.04. Almost. Maybe tomorrow. 2.04. This is the fastest accumulation we've seen rapidly happening in the last 3 weeks. This has been taking a minute, of course, for everyone to realize that this is the scarcest asset on Earth and jump on in a meaningful way. And this is ridiculous. There's going to be nothing left by the end of the year. Oh my God. At this rate, I mean, I guess we could, if we wanted to go by just where is that? November 2024. Where's year to date? Right there, January 2025. There was 2.19 million on exchanges. In about a 6-month period, we've seen about 250,000 get taken off exchanges. Guys, that's only like 4 or 5 quarters at this point. Quarters? Half a year. It's about 2.5 years at this point, and all the Bitcoin will be gone off exchanges. That's it. The music is done. Make sure you have a chair. Oh my God. All right, BitcoinTreasuries.net. It's been a minute since we looked at this. Since most of the the coins being allocated or accumulated or whatever, are usually behind. Bitcoin Treasuries is usually off by like a week or so, or 2, sometimes a month. Where is right now? Bitcoin holdings for MicroStrategy coming in at 597,000 Bitcoin. Of course, looking also at BlackRock, its accumulation right now sitting at 692. Currently reported. Does it not show? Does it really not show the list anymore? I don't think they do. What? You have to log in to see the entries now? Oh yeah, cool, great. I forgot about that. Anyway, moving on. Bitcoin Primo price chart still telling us that we are still in the buy zone. Oh my gosh, we've been here forever. As of course we go more and more sideways, we're going to land in that buy zone. Accumulation starts at 109.9, getting of course into still cheap, takes us up to $150,000 Bitcoin. Guys, the party hasn't even started yet. Assets, of course, in the world. Bitcoin, of course, flipping Google, but will it hold? I did tell you guys it's going to flip it one more time. But if we do not actually push a new all-time high, Google will flip it again. It'll go back and forth. But this year it will be the last year, I am sure, that we're going to stay above Google and retain this number 6 spot. Again, this year we were up to number 5 back in May. I believe it was May, or maybe it been April. I don't forget. The last time we were sitting at 109K. All right. Moving on, guys. We'll get into some of the news. Before I do that, let's make sure we get caught back up in the chat. All right. Is Groundhog's Day over, says Milk Bunny. That is a great Great question. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Damn it! I have to say, if they do not pass this freaking bill by tomorrow, it's probably going to go back down. We're going to probably see like 106 again, or 105, or whatever. It's going to be Groundhog Day all over again. We'll see, Milk Bunny. We'll see. Of course, I don't know what I'm talking about. The Chaos Crypto Magic does, though. We're going to, of course, do that at the very end of the live stream. Let's see. Still at the Fiat Factory, says Milk Bunny. Yes, you're still at the Fiat Factory. Keep making that fiat and turning it into Bitcoin. Why? Perfect segue for boom.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Yes!
Not about money. It's about sending message. Everything burns.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, right. I had to when I saw you say that. The Fiat Factory. Okay. Yes. D-Worm says number 2. I'm not sure what these number 3s. What are these numbers for, guys? I don't know, man. I don't know what these numbers are for. Until tomorrow, says D-Worm. Are you guys voting on the best on the best comments? Is that what those numbers are? I'm confused. I got you, babe. Yes, every damn morning the same song. Yeah, and we're winning, guys. I'm so sick and tired of winning. Yeah, Modang pumped hard today. So much volume. What? Really? I did not. I was not aware of the hippo coin, the baby hippo coin pumping today. Man, we haven't even got into the news yet. Oh, jeez, Modang. What is the ticker on Modang? Is it? It's not MOD. Is it Moodang? Okay, there it is. Moodang on Solana. Moodang. Did it really pump? I mean, not really. On the day. Well, I guess it did kind of on the day. Yeah, look at that on the week. Holy crap. Up 27% on the day. Yeah, you're not kidding. Not kidding, guys. Not kidding. I don't know why it's pumping, though. Let me know in the chat if you know why the memes are starting to move. Okay, let's see what's going on. What else am I missing here? Jasmine, the Japanese fart coin. Oh, Jake, that's not true. Yes. What was it? Who said that? Batlander. Yes, Batlander has a big bag of Jasmine. He knows what's up. Yeah, and of course, Jake the Snake is saying, just kidding. I hold a small bag, and I love the project as well. Hidegger says, Moodang pumped hard today and so much volume. And he's right. It did, 27%. In a single day. And the stock market, they're lucky if they get 15% on a portfolio. Out a year. Yes, and I got you, babe. Again and again, it's stuck in my head. All right, guys, let's get back into the news. I got a bunch of stuff. I got the headline for you. Bitcoin and stocks rise after Trump's Vietnam deal. This is kind of what started off the day, right, in a positive fashion. U.S. President Trump made the announcement on Wednesday morning via his social media platform, Truth Social. Guys, happy Thursday Eve. Trump's Vietnam trade deal sparks gains. Vietnam struck a deal with the U.S. to lower Southeast Asia countries' tariffs to exported goods from 46% to 20%. And Ramona comes in with a super chat saying to hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Thanks, Ramona, for supporting the channel. And we got to catch up with your prediction now, too, because you're heading in the right direction, right on schedule for that prediction of yours to really take off. But again, like I told Jake, we're playing Price is Right rules. So you got one more day and how many hours? When did you say it was going to pop off? I'm rooting for you. Ramona. We're all rooting for you. Thanks again, Ramona, for supporting the live. Yeah, so let me know in the chat what you think on that, and we'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, so yeah, the Dow slipped, yada, yada, yada. Nasdaq, DAX, S&P both up 0.82%, almost 1%. Then, yeah, we have Trump's announcement comes as a high on the heels of a surprisingly negative employment report on the same day by Human Resources ADP, which shows that the private sector lost 33,000 jobs in June. Dow Jones economists have projected 100,000 increase in the private sector employment, according to CNBC. Oh boy. All right. So although the layoffs continue to be rare, Hesitancy to hire and reluctance to replace departing workers led to job losses last month. Who wants to hire right now when they don't even know where what the hell the tariffs are going to land in, right? We still have companies that are buying stuff they don't know what the hell they're going to be paying with their normal shipments in the next few months. Still, the slowdown in hiring has yet to disrupt the pay growth. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics will release its more credible jobs data on Thursday, which some experts predict will show a 100,000 job increase, a bit with the upward bump in the unemployment rate to 4.3%. Jeez. Speaking of which, Microsoft just laid off like 9,000 people today too, so there's also that. It's so fun to bet on the doom. My God. All right, moving on to the next thing. Grayscale, guys. We talked about the Grayscale's like general basket of ETFs or a basket of goods for their ETF, their crypto general ETF, is now halted indefinitely, according to the SEC. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) approved the conversion of Grayscale's digital large cap fund into an exchange traded fund on Tuesday. But here we go again today, guys. But further details have emerged suggesting the conversion won't happen right away. The $755 million fund launched in 2018 holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, ADA, and is the first of its kind to be approved by the regulator. But unbeknownst to many, Bloomberg analyst James Seyffert says that the SEC attached a letter to the Grayscale's approval document, halting the conversation until further notice. In accordance to the Rule 431E, the July 1st, 2025 order is stayed until the commission orders otherwise. The letter states the Office of Secretary will notify you of any pertinent action taken by the commission. So that big bag of crypto goods as an ETF investment is now on hold until further notice. So again, we got a little excited yesterday with all those ETFs being announced, and all of them are basically about ready to pop. The only one we got was so far the Solana staked ETF, and as far as I'm concerned, it didn't. I don't think it went anywhere else. So I think it's good. I think it launched today and it's fine. Though again, it's not in the headlines. Again, that's really weird. That historic ETF like that. It's not. There it is. There it is. I eat my own words on this one. Breaking: Rex Osprey Solana staking ETF goes live today. As I talk about it. Covered by cryptonews.net. The Rex Osprey Solana ETF has launched, offering a new opportunity for U.S. investors to gain exposure to Solana while receiving staking rewards. This marks the first U.S.-listed crypto ETF to combine token exposure and staking rewards in a regulated structure. Of course, we talked about this at length the last few days. I don't want to bore you with all the details yet again, but yeah, it's historic. It's historic. First staking ETF, and as well, the first Solana ETF. Two birds with one stone. All right, what else we got? I got a whole bunch of other stuff I want to get into here as well tonight. Here we go. Jake the Snake says, Ramona, do what mom says. What the hell, Jake? You crazy. Oh my God. But yeah, I would like to see what Ramona thinks of her prediction still. And what was the time period? Wasn't it like 3 o'clock? Was it 7? I forget where you were looking at that. And that would be Central Time. Was it 3:53? Or I'm thinking of Jake's. I don't remember the time on that. Anyway, Bitcoin braced for a surprise, a 22 trillion Fed earthquake. Guys, this one was shared to me by Andy, Bobandy, my guy, the guy that, of course, the guy holding a little puppy, wearing a kilt that you don't want to mess with. Andy brought this to my attention. Of course, I had to read it. I mean, my God, we're talking about Forbes, one of the largest, investment names in the news space. Definitely TradFi. Also talking about Bitcoin, and of course, a $22 trillion Fed bomb to price in an earthquake. That's what's going on, guys. Let's dive into it. Bitcoin and crypto prices have traded sideways since May, even as the U.S. President Donald Trump's crypto czar predicts a big July after it surged through the first few months of Trump's second presidency. Front-run Donald Trump, the White House, and Wall Street by describing, my God, really is an ad in the middle of this article. The Bitcoin price is up to about double since July of last year. The predictions of trillions and trillions of dollars still on the sidelines, helping to fuel sky-high Bitcoin prediction price bets. Now, as a huge BlackRock crypto market bombshell suddenly appears on the horizon, the U.S. money supply also hits a new record at 22 trillion, named by the analysts as a potential catalyst for a Bitcoin price breakout, especially if you look at the lagging indicator represented by the M2 money supply. Guys, we're just getting this started. We have anything more on here? Historically, the Bitcoin price has tracked the M2 money supply, also speaking, which is the Federal Reserve's estimate of the liquid assets, including cash, money deposited in checking accounts, savings accounts, and other short-term in saving vehicles such as money market funds. Speaking of which, Larry Fink said that money makers are sitting on sidelines with about $34 trillion of assets. We're just waiting to get in. If Bitcoin continues to follow money supply growth, we could see $150,000 per coin before the end of the year. Anthony Pompliano, a crypto influencer who said set to lead a new Bitcoin acquisition company, wrote in an email note. The increase in the M2 money supply comes as the Fed Chair Jerome Powell continues to argue the case for keeping interest rates on hold. And there it is. That's the Bitcoin price chart. What's not showing us the M2 money supply? I have that later in the real news segment on X. Anyway, we'll get to that here in a bit. In effect, we went on hold when we saw this size of the tariffs. Powell said this week during a conference of the Powell discussion. It was reported the Guardian newspaper, referring to Trump's libertarian day, of trade tariffs that sent shockwaves through the global economy. Essentially, all inflation forecasts for the United States went up materially as a consequence of the tariffs. We didn't overreact. In fact, we didn't react at all. We're simply just taking some time. That was, of course, Jerome Powell's response that we covered live on Monday morning. Yeah, that was crazy when he came out and said that. I was like, yeah, if it wasn't for the tariffs, exactly, we would be right in the place we would be in 2021's bull run in May or March to April, May, right? But we didn't. Of course, now we're here at July. Last month, the Fed kept interest rates on hold yet again after kicking on a reduction cycle in September. Despite a growing number of Fed officials arguing the rate cuts, it's clear the Fed expects inflation to continue above target, says David Morrison, senior market analyst of Trade A Nation, in the email comments. That being the case, it sounds the Fed will only cut rates if the U.S. employment situation deteriorates significantly. Guys, of course, they're just waiting for something to break. We're all just waiting for something to break. Jesus. And then Ramona coming in with her date on the prediction, her time frame. She's looking at a 7:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be Central, right? Central. So it'd be like a pre-market, open market kind of time frame. Give or take an hour or two. Ramona, I'm hoping for you. I want to be so wrong. I'm so sick of it, guys. I'm so sick of winning here. And I want Ramona to win. Ramona deserves it. She's the best. All right, moving on, guys. JPMorgan's blockchain arm Kenexus test token carbon credits with S&P Global. This, of course, referring to JP's dipping the toe into blockchain. Tokenization initiative could lay groundwork for standardized carbon infrastructure underpinned by the blockchain tech, the firm said. Of course, JPMorgan, global bank, one of the biggest banks. What is going on? I lost my... Oh, jeez. The global bank, JPMorgan... Did I lose a monitor? What? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's there. It's all black. I thought my monitor fell off my desk. All right, the global bank. Jeez. Oh my God, guys! I don't know what's happening to me. More coffee from this morning. Yeah, sure. Just a little wake up. Okay. Global Bank, JPMorgan's blockchain from ARM Kenexus, is working with S&P Global Commodity Insights to explore tokenization for managing and issuing carbon credits, the firm say on Wednesday. The project, according to the press release, focuses on testing how tokenized carbon credits can be created and tracked using blockchain infrastructure. These credits, which represented by greenhouse gas reductions from projects like reforestation or renewable energy, are often bought by companies aiming to offset their emissions. The firms will focus on how blockchain handles credit lifecycle management, data compatibility, and registry access. This also kind of reminds me of what Marathon's doing with their with their, well, I guess it's a little different because Marathon's mining Bitcoin, but they're using excess energy to mine Bitcoin, and then also when the grid shuts off, they don't have to pay for it, or at least they save some money on it. Anyway, global bank JPMorgan Blockchains Connexus is working on commodity insights to explore tokenization and managing the issue of carbon credits. The project, according to the press release, focuses on testing how tokenized carbon credits can create and be tracked using blockchain infrastructure. These credits, which represented greenhouse gas reductions from projects like reforestation and renewable energy offered by the companies. I think I already read all that. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind today, guys. The initiative underscores JPMorgan's growing presence in the hot red tokenized space. A sector has attracted global banks and asset managers such as BlackRock, HSBC, and Citibank. I'm assuming Citibank. Tokenization is the process of using blockchain and its rails to transact with the traditional financial instruments, promising more efficient operations around the clock settlements and increased transparency. JPMorgan has been earlier a leader operating its own private blockchain network, Connexus, formerly known as Onyx. Interesting. Not related to XCN? I don't know. And JPM Coin, which now settles $2 billion in daily transactions, according to the bank. It also piloted last month a deposit token called JPMD. We covered that on Base. And an Ethereum Layer 2 network developed on Coinbase. All right, so that is what the current whereabouts of JPMorgan are heading into. I'm curious on this connection of this. What was it? The token, the ticker here. Connexus, formerly known as Onyx. I'm curious about that. Let me know in the chat if you know that connection or not. But I know that one of our darlings on, of course, our channel is XCN, which is, of course, Onyx. FX settlement, JPM coin, Connexus. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put that on the sidelines and do a little reading into it. Connexus is the new name of JPMorgan's blockchain platform, formerly known as Onyx. JPMorgan's business unit previously Onyx. Just keeps saying previously known as Onyx. Connexus. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later when I get some time. Unless you guys know, let me know. All right, guys, we're moving on. Crypto should be about freeing the people, not esoteric tech, says Vitalik Buterin. Finally, something I can agree with this guy on. Yeah, let's go. Let's dive into that. I have a clip from this, too. He said this, I believe, at, was it Amsterdam? He was currently at? I forget where he was. Vitalik, co-founder, of course, of Ethereum. Whoa. Got attacked by my mic. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin delivered a keynote speech at ETHCC on Wednesday, asking blockchain developers to focus on freeing humanity through the inventions rather than building more technically advanced tools. Very interesting statement from the founder. Vitalik Buterin. Buterin compared the individual liberty ethos of the early internet in the 90s to the current ethos of the blockchain, noting that the free and open internet championed by the earlier digital rights advocate John Perry Barlow was lost in the Web 2 era. We definitely lost it when the Net Neutrality Act completely, we completely lost that whole era too in 2012. That's when I really started paying attention to politics. That was Ajit Pai who championed that and basically just completely got us off the rails of all these crazy subscriptions we pay for, and everything, of course, can be charged a subscription or fee. The Ethereum co-founder characterized Web 2s as a collection of walled gardens, warning the audience that many of the Web 2 founders, which have since become known for their censorship policies, framed themselves as freedom advocates in the early days. Buterin cautioned Web 3 founders not to fall into the same trap. People who are working on cryptography really need to more actively think about cryptography as something that has social and moral implications, and something where you actually have to actively think about what the social and moral implications of the thing that you're building are. Those, of course, were his words. I actually have this video pulled up. It's about 30 seconds. We'll show that in the real segment also at the end of the show. Soup coiners versus anti-establishment software development, cyberpunk movement. The cypherpunk movement, which is composed of software developers who believe in protecting privacy and individual liberty through the end-to-end encryption, began in the 1980s. Early cypherpunks were instrumental in popularizing digital encryption at a time where the U.S. National Security NSA wanted us to introduce restrictions on the use of export and encryption technologies in the 90s. During the early days of the crypto in 2009, around 2021, the cypherpunk ideals like privacy, censorship resistance, parallel systems building, and libertarian political theory were synonymous with the industry. However, the growth of the crypto sector's rapid price appreciation of digital assets as the foundation continue to attract institutional interest from the businesses and the government. These institutional actors, dubbed suit coiners, I like that, the suits, they're coming, by many Bitcoin and crypto advocates have become a bifurcating line that has split the crypto community into those focused on the growth, and those who want to preserve the early anti-establishment ethos that started it all. I like all the stories I hear of like Adam Back going to some of the earlier conferences of Bitcoin, and it's just like people in the parking lot talking about Bitcoin in like LA and like Silicon Valley. Yeah, of course, everyone just wearing a hoodie, hanging around and like, you know, smoking, and of course talking about down with the oppression, and yeah, of course that was the early days. Definitely would have loved to see that back then. All right, so yeah, that's what I guess Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin is starting to spark a little bit right now. I think it's late though. I think he's already kind of, I don't know, he doesn't feel like that kind of a guy to me, and especially what he's been building over the past, like everything has to be methodical, and like I don't know if I really get that that feel from Ethereum or its co-founder. All right, moving on. I had to bring that up though because it's been a while since we had Ethereum or at least Vitalik in a positive light, not just out there dancing willy-nilly like Squidward. Jesus.
What are you, stupid?
BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF generating more revenue than its flagship S&P 500 fund. Yes, you heard that correct. The iShares Bitcoin ETF IBIT has a higher fee structure, allowing it to outpace the S&P 500 despite not having anywhere near as much assets under management or the amount of years built on it. That's what I'm going to say. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust is now generating an estimated $187 million in annual fees with $52 billion in assets under management, according to Bloomberg. The fund strats iShares Core S&P 500 ETF brings in slightly less despite holding a whopping $624 billion in assets under management. That is ridiculous. How much money they're going to make on these fees is going to be crazy. What happens when their Bitcoin amount stack is worth, $500 billion as well? I mean, my God, the fees are going to be astronomical. BlackRock's iShares IBIT is now generating more revenue than one of the asset manager's most iconic products, the iShares Core S&P 500. I think it pretty much says it all. I don't think we really need the rest of this. It's pretty much obvious, and like that last article pointed to, the suit coiners, they strike again. My God, suit coiners, that's cool. I like that one. All right, Congress urged the investigate Fed chair over $2.5 billion scandal. That's right. Apparently, everyone's looking at Fed Jerome Powell as maybe politically aligned and not doing his job, and they're going to sue him over it. Apparently, Fed Chair Jerome Powell is at the center of a spiraling scandal that Congress faces mounting pressure to launch a full-scale investigation into a $2.5 billion Fed project meltdown. The federal project sparks allegations of deception and mismanagement. Accusations of fiscal mismanagement alleged deception have intensified scrutiny of the federal chair Jerome Powell, threatening confidence in the U.S. financial governance. The director of the U.S. Financial Housing Finance, just the list goes on and on and on. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and all the things, all the stuff and things. The demand centers that Pulte described as misleading testimony before the Senate and irregularities in a $2.5 billion renovation project involving the Fed chair's responsibilities. Oh, geez. I'm asking Congress to investigate Chairman Jerome Powell at his political bias and his deceptive Senate testimony, which is enough to be removed for the cause. Jerome Powell's $2.5 billion in building renovation scandal stings at high heaven. He is lied to, and when he was asked about the specifics before Congress. Man, so it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I'm curious to see what Cynthia Lummis had to say about this. The renovation project was reportedly includes a private dining room, roof terrace, and other high-end features drew fire from the U.S. Senator Lummis, she alleged that the Powell made a number of faculty inaccurate statements, factually, not faculty, factually inaccurate statements to the committee regarding the Fed's push to private dining room and elevators, skylights, water features, and roof terrace. Lummis asserted the behavior reflected that she's described as Powell's mismanagement of funds and don't bother me attitude. Yeah, interesting. While critics point to the alleged misrepresentations and spending of serious breaches, others argue the infrastructure improvements are not inherently improper and cautioned against politicizing the Federal Reserve's operations. I'm kind of in that boat. I think this is going a little too far. Just saying that all of his personal, or not personal, but I guess business-related spending is I don't know. That's very alleged for sure. Supporters of Powell may say these calls as that disruptive to the Fed's autonomy and counterproductive in addressing core monetary challenges. Wow, what a bunch of hoopla. Oh, jeez, what's going on? Joy, how's it going? Everybody checking in. Man, I just keep knocking over my mic tonight. Milk Money also saying, they say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. What the hell, Milk Money? You quoting a movie or a song or something? Jake the Six says, Chaos Coffee, now with reduced cocaine recipe. What the hell, Jake? You crazy. Sing it, Milk Money. Watered, or not watered down, but very cold coffee and stale from this morning. Basically, every Fed chair is cheeky bastard trying to nothing to of substance to get a lot of fluff. The entire job of the chair is just all posturing, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean that's a big part of it for sure. I mean they only have one tool. It's the rate. I mean they can lower it. They can cut it. And of course, it can be late. Oh, jeez. I had post-poking fun tonight. I think Powell's doing okay. I mean, he's in the grand scheme of things, even if all this stuff's made up in numbers and nonsense, he's doing okay. Whatever, it's all stupid anyway. Good one, Milk Money. Yes, good one. D-Worm says just a figurehead. Yeah, he is. All right, let's see what else we got digged up tonight. I got a whole bunch of other stuff as well. What is this one? Let's see if there's anything if I refresh too on crypto news. No, I think that's... as of 7 minutes ago, popular design company applies for IPO. We talked about that this morning. I believe that was Figma. We talked about that this morning as well. Again, more people, of course, pulling a Michael Saylor-like strategy, although they're dipping into ETF holdings, not direct Bitcoin. Crypto VC funding drops 22% in quarter two despite the strong June finish. That's interesting, guys. This actually is really interesting because that was the one big push that got Jasmine going last year was when venture capital was being approved in Japan. You've probably heard me say this a million times now. We got that big first pump out of Jasmine last year going from half a penny to about, where the hell it ended up 4, 5, 6 cents. But anyway, that got started because venture capital was getting in. But now it seems like they haven't really been just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Crypto venture capital funding drops 22% in quarter two despite strong June finish. Venture capital funding directly towards crypto startups totaled $4.5 billion during the second quarter. Now is down 22% versus the previous 3 months. According to DeFi Llama data, the breakdown of the second quarter shows monthly flows of roughly $1.29 billion in April and $624 million in May, and 2.5 billion in June. Largest of being, of course, June, which is bullish because that's again getting closer and closer to the breakout months we're going to be, seeing this month and next. June's figure is about 4x larger than May's funding, as I pointed out, ranked as the second largest month of the 2025, trailing on only March And March's 3.5 billion surge that was driven by Binance's 2 billion in MGX investment. I wonder if they also thought too that we were going to break out in March like we did last cycle. Just saying. Despite the late quarterly rebound, they must be disappointed. I'm a little bit too. Despite the late quarter rebound, the combined amount of the second quarter could not match the nearly 6 billion invested in crypto startups between January and March. Nevertheless, it is double the amount of the venture capital's money flowing into crypto in the last year's second quarter. All right, so yeah, could be a sign of what's to come, guys. I think it is. All right, moving on. I got more stuff to cover. Got to catch back up with you in the chat as well. SEC halts grayscale large cap fund conversion. We already talked about that. That's, of course, it's on hold indefinitely until they say so. That is, of course, their mixed bag of crypto ETF. I had to show this one tonight, too. Cliff? I'm pretty sure it was Cliff the Bushman shared this with me, saying that a manga artist, Ryo Tatsuki, who predicted the COVID-19, that's right, the Great Beer Crisis, and Princess Diana's death, now warns of a mega tsunami in Japan in 2025. Now, this is not related to crypto at all. It's, of course, a mangaka, a manga author that has been famous for drawing at her predictions and her dreams. This is kind of an interesting article. I looked over it. I did have to say, though, that her current prediction on this 2025 mega tsunami, remember we were talking about these underwater eruptions? Well, here we go. Look at this. An underwater eruption, a powerful explosion on the ocean floor, and as a result, a tsunami 3 times larger than the one in June of 2011, which could submerge large parts of Japan's Pacific coastline and devastate countries in the Philippines. That could happen. Maybe we shouldn't go to Japan this year, guys. I'm just saying, 2026 looking like a better year to go, and with the crypto market exploding in probably in August when I was planning to go, it's probably not going to be a good time anyway. So yeah, probably gonna have to wait another year. Damn it! That sucks.
What are you, stupid?
But of course, you gotta stay safe. And I mean, I've been talking about this for a while. That those tsunamis, of course, could be the aftermath of that. We're not gonna get a volcano. That's gonna create a massive explosion that's actually going to do anything on land. It's going to be all underneath the planet. So earthquakes and tsunamis are coming. All right, of course, I wanted to share that one with you guys. It's just a little bit of fun. Bonk surges 10% as total capital sets July 16th as the earliest launch date for its 2x leverage ETF on Bonk. That's right, guys. We've been talking about this Bonk ETF coming out, and here we get some news on it. Bonk rallied at to 5 zeros, is that 4 zeros, 1 4? As Total Capital filed a post-effective amendment stating its 2x leverage ETF could go as live as early as July 16th if approved. I think that's all we really need to know there. Just another shout out to another ETF that's coming your way. Right. 65% of Bitcoin mining operations could still have roots in China. This one's kind of interesting. I just saw this one. Caught my fancy. Experts say understanding the scale of Chinese Bitcoin mining capacity could help explain Trump's deep involvement in the battle over Bitcoin mining hash rate. All the Bitcoin must be made in America. That's, of course, what he said in Bitcoin 2024. I don't think he really knew what he meant by that when he read that teleprompter. But anyway, he said it. Anyway, so 55 to 65% of Bitcoin mining operations around the world could still trace their origins back to China, whether they're via capital, hardware, or technical expertise, according to Batyr Haidadurov, CEO of crypto mining equipment providers Uminers. His comments come as the world's 3 biggest makers of Bitcoin mining machines, Bitmain, Canaan, and MicroBT, set up operations in the United States to evade Donald Trump's punitive tariffs. Together, the 3 Chinese companies manufacture 99% of the world's Bitcoin mining hardware, purpose-built computers known as application-specific integrated circuits, ASICs, used to verify Bitcoin transactions. As companies begin to relocate miners, the falling ban of crypto mining activities in China for the 4 years ago, the U.S. share of the total Bitcoin mining hash rate or computing power surged from 4% in 2019 to the current 38%. That's insane. That's almost a 10x in terms of where they started their mining back in 2009. That's nuts. Top 10 countries by a monthly hash rate share right now. Of course, the United States is in the lead, with China right behind us. Kazakhstan, number 3. We just talked about Kazakhstan creating a Bitcoin strategic reserve just the other day. Canada at 6%, Russia at 4%, Germany 3%, Malaysia 2%, Ireland 2%, Thailand 1%, and Sweden almost 1% as well. Those, of course, are the leading top 10 countries by monthly hash rate. All right, so yeah, they're going to expand capacity in China. Trying to catch this up and make it, just simplify it. And inside China, mining goes on less developed areas where policy enforcement is weak, powered by renewable energy, as it should be. Authorities tend to turn a blind eye when miners offer co-benefits like heat recovery systems for public use. As Hydrov says, it sounds like that one place that we were talking about. I think it was in Iceland, or pretty sure it was Iceland. No. Was it Iceland? I forget. It was a Nordic land where everyone wore kilts and they mined Bitcoin to stay warm. Of course, renewable energy. The larger firms operating abroad from the neighboring countries, for example, Bitcoin KZ, relocated miners in Shenzhen to Ikebastas, northeastern Kazakhstan. More recently, ASIC manufacturers have started to establish bases in the United States. Right, so yeah, a lot more mining equipment news in this article. Man, this is lengthy. Holy crap. But yeah, just a big takeaway on this is, China's coming. And they want a huge piece of the pie. All right, moving on. All right, what else do I got here? I got some other stuff pulled up too. S&P 500 could go as high as 6,600 this year after shrugging off 5 shocks in 5 years, according to Fundstrat's Tom Lee. Yet again, we get Tom Lee's take on this one. CNBC interview, Lee says that the S&P 500 is in the midst of the most hated V-shaped rally after the aftershock market index recovered from the 2025 low of 4,835 to the new all-time high of 6,215 points, as we saw this week. According to Lee, many investors dumped their stock holdings during the market's early year decline, only to be left on the sidelines as equities staged a strong rebound. Yeah, definitely wasn't a sell in May and go away environment. A lot of other folks have liquidated the lows. We know that whenever the VIX volatility index is above 60, falls below 30, you made a decisive low, and now the visibility is better. Tariffs aren't as bad as we expected, and the inflation impact has been very much muted, and the outside of tariffs underlying inflation is much lower than people expected. Remember when tariffs were announced and we had like 80% chance of a recession? So like ridiculously so ridiculously overestimated. I think there's more of an upside of 6,600 points because the PE, price to earnings on the market, can go up a lot. We recently had 5 shocks. We had the COVID shock, the supply chain shock, and the inflation shock. The fastest Fed hikes in history, and then we had the tariff shock. So the 5 shocks in 5 years, earning kept growing. If this was a stock, we'd say look, if you try to kill it 5 times and still grow earnings, we would put it much higher at multiple. All right, that is, of course, Tom Lee's take on the market right now. Bullish, of course, bullish. He's also been calling for a $180,000 to $200,000 Bitcoin this year, and also a $1 to $3 million Bitcoin by 2030. Was that his target? 2030, something like that. All right, Peter Thiel and the the billionaire consortium to launch a new bank serving cryptocurrency startups. Guys, Peter Thiel, a legend in, of course, innovation and technology. Also a co-founder of PayPal, I believe. Let's get into that. Yeah. PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel and a handful of other tech billionaires are repeatedly launching a new bank partially dedicated to serving crypto startups. According to a new report from the Financial Times, Peter Thiel and other investors, such as the CEO of military contracting company Anduril, to create a bank called Erebor, which references the popular fantasy series of the Lord of the Rings. Erebor. Jesus. So FT says the billionaires intend for the bank to serve crypto startups and take the place of the Silicon Valley Bank, a crypto-friendly bank that ended up going belly up in 2023. That's right. I lived it. That was when the great banking collapse or crisis happened, where I think we had like 5 banks go under. 3, of course, were bigger ones. However, the Euribor plans to lend traditionally as well. As stated by the bank in the public application to acquire the necessary license to operate in the U.S., according to the FT. The bank it will be a national bank providing traditional banking products as well as virtual currency related products and services for businesses and individuals. FT says the bank will focus on key industries including artificial intelligence, defense, manufacturing, digital assets, as well as non-U.S. companies looking to access the U.S. banking system. And Clifford Bushman comes in with a super chat. Thank you, my guy. Thank you.
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Damn, keeping it orange too. Thank you, thank you. Get the likes and let's get this pump up the sub, guys. Please like, subscribe, and do all the things for the channel. Of course, trying to get the channel up to 1,000 subs so we can get all the superpowers unlocked on the stream. Guys, Manbush is here to pamp it up, says Jake the Snake. That's right. Welcoming the Clifford Bushman to the show. I did mention, if you didn't catch it or not, I did mention that article you linked to me on the mangaka, the manga author that was predicting all those wild and crazy mass events, right? Like COVID and Princess Diana's death, and then now looking forward at those tsunamis, right? And we were talking about that like a few weeks ago, and I don't know if you caught me saying that, but we were talking about how there was that earthquake or that volcano that's underwater. It's going to erupt, and they're talking about it erupting in the next few months. This was back in like April or May when this came out, and that's like exactly like on par with what her prediction was talking about. So I'm like, yeah, it's going to create earthquakes and tsunamis. So for 100%. Yes, my understanding is that Japanese people have been preparing, says Clifford Bushman. I really, really do hope they have been, because we do not need another event like 2011. That was brutal. All right, yes. Braveheart McFreedom says, yo, Otaku fam and crew, afternoon. Good afternoon, Braveheart McFreedom in the house. How's it going, Braveheart? Welcome to the live. Right now we're going into basically Peter Thiel's banking venture. He's creating a cryptocurrency startup bank out of the remnants of Silicon Valley Bank, the one bank that, of course, that fell apart in 2023. So pretty interesting stuff. Again, Peter Thiel's been definitely at the front of innovation and tech for many, many moons, since before I was born, probably. All right, getting going. What else do I got? I have the real news over on X. Yes, we got the real news over on X still to go over. Let's double check and make sure there's nothing else breaking though, because I thought there was something else that I am not putting my finger on. That's kind of interesting there too. That just came out. JPMorgan Chase predicts a massive correction for Circle. So they're calling for a big pullback on Circle. I mean, it is up like, what, 500% since it launched? According to Bloomberg, Worthington has set the price target of $80 for Circle, about 56% below its current price. JPMorgan analysts reportedly suggest the biggest threat of Circle, which went public on June 5th, faces a competition as more firms prepare to issue stablecoins. That's right. When the stablecoin bill is passed and it's done, there are going to be a plethora of new stablecoins for sure. We are witnessing a launch of tokenization, deposit accounts, digital money market funds, and a host of entrants looking to enter into the digital dollar market. The risk of the few will succeed in taking enough share to reach a critical mass in business with low switching costs, allowing them to leverage the network to build in a network built by Circle. Yeah, I kind of see that too. I don't know if it's going to be 50% back. It's definitely it is definitely overbought right now for sure. Yeah, Circle right now is trading at $182 at the time of writing, up about 487%. I was close, 500%. 487% from the initial public offering price of $31, but down around 39% from its all-time high of $299. Insane. Reached on June 23rd. The stablecoin issuer reported had a market capitalization of little over $40 billion and a price-to-earnings ratio of 234. Jeez. So yeah, that could happen, and I could see where they're going with this now. That makes sense. but still a little early, and we need the stablecoin bill to pass. We do. All right, so that was interesting. I think let's double check it one more, make sure there's nothing else breaking, as I can't keep up with the news, guys. There's so much happening now, now that we got into July. Looks like we still have the same headlines here as well. This came out 35 minutes ago. Ripple files for national bank license and Fed master account to boost real USD security. Ripple is charging into the regulated banking arena, seeking a national license and Federal Reserve access to vault into stablecoins for the into elite federally supervised territory. Ripple's dual licensing move sets compliance benchmark for stablecoins. Ripple announced on July 2nd that it filed a national banking license with the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency (OCC). The application would extend regulatory supervision of its stablecoin, or its Ripple USD, currently overseen by the New York Department of Financial Services, to include federal jurisdiction. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse commented on social media X platform. This, true to our longing-standing compliance roots, Ripple is applying for the national bank charter from the OCC. If approved, we would have both the state and the federal oversight a new and unique benchmark for trust in the stablecoin market. That would probably make it the number 3 overnight, if it's not already that right now. Real USD, which holds 469 million target market cap, is backed by the dollar reserves and treasuries and was launched in late 2024. Jack McDonald, Ripple's stablecoin lead, described the dual regulatory approach as setting a new bar for transparency and compliance in the stablecoin market. Still pretty small, though, in terms of market cap. I mean, that's $500 million when the rest of the stablecoins, at least the top 2, are sitting at 160 billion and 60 billion for Circle. Yeah, Tether, of course, being the lead at 160. All right, moving on. Let's get into the real news over on Twitter, guys. Let's get into it. Of course, got a lot of fun stuff and real news to show with you today. Let's get back in the chat. Before we get to it, again, thank you again to Ramona, Clifford, and Patlander for supporting the chaos and the live stream. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. All right. So yeah, what else we got here? Jake the Snake says they may take our lives. They never take our McFreedom. That's damn right. They can't have them. They can't have them. Hold up on the circle. That's FUD. Oh Jesus! They want to open their own bank per Barron's article today, says Sharon. Sharon says, I don't know if I can post a link here, but anyway, I will break the rule. You're taking Braveheart away. Is that what you're doing? Okay. But yeah, Sharon. I don't know. I think they have a point. Once the stablecoin bill is passed, there's going to be a plethora of stablecoins. But can they really compete, though? I mean, I don't know. Circle's been the second for a long time. As long as I've been in crypto, it's been number 2 in terms of stablecoins. Of course, nothing's dethroned Tether. I don't know. I don't think. I think it's worth where it's at now. I don't know if it's going to stay there, but a 50% drop is kind of dramatic. Anyway, Chatty C says, stop by and hit the like button. Have a good evening, brother. Thanks again for stopping by and hitting that like button for me, Chatty. I appreciate that. You're awesome, man. You're the man. Brave Robin Freedom says, that's right. JTS Freedom. Jesus. You guys are nuts. Oh, man. Sometimes I don't know what the hell I created here. Oh, geez, you guys are something else. Okay, yes, and then Jake the Snake saying, Chatty C, Daddy, supporting the stream. Yes, we salute you. Thanks again. Again, guys, anyone who, it doesn't cost anything, of course, to hit the like and subscribe button. All right, getting into the real news over on Twitter, guys. Let's see what I got for you today. That's right, 680 Bitcoin. That's how much the average home cost in 2016. Now it only costs 3.5. 3.5. Let that sink in. My freaking God. Soon it'll be less than that. Of course, fractions of Bitcoin in the near future. Samson Mouse saying, still true today. Bitcoin is money. Everything else is credit. And if I smoked, I'd be lighting my cigars with bennies too. Oh my God. Justin Congressman Thomas Massey says he's enough votes to block President Trump's one big beautiful bill in the House. That's right. and it's still not really going through. Well, I say that. I think they're done. You know what? Let's double check. Look, I got it on the corner of my screen. Look at this. 220 yays, 212 nays. That's it, right? I mean, they have all the votes they need, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else they can do. Let me know in the chat. Is this a done deal? This should be on the roundup right now on the business news. House GOP infighting stalls tax Trump's bill. This is as of 3 hours ago. It's old news. Let's double check Fox Business. SP 500 new record. Trump's bill, tax latest bill. Yes, let's see. As of, I don't have an update on there.
So why do so-called economic experts keep
let's see. Yeah, I don't know. White House pushes back on their markedly low GOP or GDP forecast for Trump's GOP bill. I don't know. Is it not going to pass? Do they need to have a certain amount of votes over a majority, or what is it? Dad Sky says that's the preliminary vote to bring it back to the floor. Republicans are coming back to the floor to vote. Oh, okay, supposedly tonight by 10 p.m. Interesting. Okay, so that's just to make sure it still has interest. I mean, it just came back from the Senate. So I guess they had to get the preliminary to pass, and then now they're going to send it back to the Senate. Is that the idea, right? I don't know. This is one of the few bills I ever followed this many times back and forth. Usually they're just like done. God, or they're dead. Usually they're dead. All right. So yeah, we'll get back into the real news then. Me managing my $420 of crypto. This kind of looks like my setup. My God. Oh, jeez. Yep, just my $420 in crypto. Nothing to see here. God. Metaplan CEO Simon Garovich says that his plan is to buy Bitcoin forever. That's right, forever.
Absolutely not. I think the Bitcoin.
So if it goes to
go up forever, Dave.
500K next week, you would buy more and ignore the 5x appreciation over, in this hypothetical example, 1 week.
That helps us
I
reason.
love your hypothetical example. What if Bitcoin went to $1 trillion by tomorrow? Well, then one must think perhaps that's overvalued in that moment. I mean, we plan to keep buying Bitcoin forever. Again, Michael Saylor likes to say that he wants to buy the top all the time. You know, we're competing with him to buy that top. But as we know today, we're kind of at all-time highs again, and Bitcoin is a very special asset that has interesting supply and demand mechanics, and Bitcoin is something that's going to continue to go up over time as more and more of the world takes notice.
There we go, guys. Of course, CEO of Japan's Bitcoin hotel strategy. It's a mouthful. Metaplanet will not stop, and he's going to be buying forever. Oh my God.
Myrtle asked the cops how long he had to keep the beast chained up like a slave. They said until forever. Forever.
You guys remember that? Oh, it just popped in my head. All right. Anyway, moving on. God, I'm stupid, guys.
Stupid?
Okay, so we're back on here. Okay, Scott Besson says that the Fed rate is more likely to be cut in September.
Sachs is even beginning to recommend from their latest recommendations.
Look, I think that the criteria is that tariffs were not inflationary. If they're going to follow that criteria, I think that they could do it sooner than then, but certainly by September. But again, I don't agree with their criteria, but if you're following that criteria, sure, why not the fall?
There you go. So we have to wait till September. I I don't know. I feel like this month's going to be long enough that it could still happen this month, though. I don't know. But obviously, the poly market bets are not on in our favor. Crypto RS, of course. George, we're George. I'm George. You're all George. Posted this today. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. Doge captures both the chaos. The what? The chaos!
One question I was kind of asked by your teams to ask is around what's the one crypto meme that perfectly captures the chaos or brilliance of the industry? And you've kind of
Doge.
one.
I mean, for sure, Doge. I mean, it is both the chaos and the brilliance. You know, look, in effect, Elon Musk, although he doesn't, to my knowledge, have an economic alignment with Doge, he spoke Doge into leadership and liquidity. And you know, to some degree, liquidity begets liquidity. And as I said, like, I don't think Doge is going away.
Then one.
And there you go. I think this is an older video, though. I don't know, George. I think that's old. I think we've heard Brad Garlinghouse, of course, shill Doge a little bit in the past. Raoul Paul actually came out and he was exhausted and he's trolling and he's drunk. And I actually love this little bit here, of course, giving him his, giving you guys his market update currently. Good stuff. He actually said some fun things here if I can capture it.
Honestly, it does. It's not the easiest game in the world, right? But once you get used to it, you kind of just laugh at it and just gets a bit boring. You know,
he's right.
Sui, which is my main bet, down 50%. I'm still up huge because of the allocation switch that I did, and it's okay. It's okay. I've been down 90% twice in bear markets. It's okay because you look at the long-term adoption curve and you try and do the right things, which is compounding in sell-offs. Buy when the market's down. If we're not near the end of the cycle, then you keep going. So, right, I'm already 43 minutes in. We've not even got to the fucking alpha stage yet.
All right, this is a little bit there. If you guys like, of course, Raoul Paul, check that one out on his Journeyman, show. I do like, of course, Raoul Paul quite a bit. And his Banana Zone's still in play. Banana Zone's coming, guys. Breaking President Trump's deal with Vietnam. U.S. gets total access to their markets for trade with 0 tariffs. Vietnam pays 20% tariff. They pay 40% tariff on trans shipping. So yeah, that's what started moving the markets today. Then we had a cornerback from the New York Jets. Wears the Bitcoin inventor Satoshi Nakamoto shirt and doesn't even know what the hell he's wearing.
Shout out to Satoshi Nakamoto. That's Bitcoin? That's Bitcoin on your chest, your shirt?
Oh, I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what this is. My stylist had got it for me, and he said like this in. I think it's Satoshi. So it's like a popular brand. You know, everybody really wearing it, especially in like
everybody wearing
the fashion.
Everybody.
In the fashion world, so.
It's at dips too. It's at dips, and it's really going up, going to the moon. That's awesome. You see the shirt. That shirt is.
We're early, guys. God, we're so freaking early. It's stupid. Oh my God. Michael Seller says if America buys $5.5 billion in Bitcoin, it could be worth $106 trillion in market cap. Boom.
And what the Bitcoin strategy? Well, Senator Lummis has given us a clear guideline with the Bitcoin Act in Nashville in July. And what the Bitcoin Act said, it said, let's acquire 1 million Bitcoin over a 5-year period in a programmatic, disciplined fashion, transparent to all. And so let's consider the consequences of this strategy. Well, first of all, last week, the president signed the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act or order. If we hold that 200,000 Bitcoin for the next 20 years, even though you see a flat line on the screen, the flat line is worth $3 trillion. So that's the value of doing nothing. Sometimes people think that you have to do something to make money. Sometimes the absence of doing awful and stupid things is making money.
What are you, stupid?
I love that quote from Sailor. I'm going to end that there. That one's about 3 or 4 minutes long. If you, of course, want to check that out, you can catch it over on my Twitter, guys. Sharing, of course, all the alpha as much as I can find it every single day. All right, what else we got as well today? Scrolling through, make sure I didn't skip anything. Oh my god, I think I lost it. No. Let me get back to it. There we go. We were on Sailor, and yeah. So if America buys 5.5 billion, 5 million Bitcoin, it'll be worth 100 plus million trillion in the future. All right. So where are we? I'm so far gone. We're almost caught up though. There we go. Biggest bull run has started officially according to Watcher Guru. That started this morning when we started breaking out above 109. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting at 109. Look at that, guys. Look at that for the market close. Not bad. 29 landings of a single booster. The Elon Musk posted this today, sharing that the Falcon's fleet leader touched down for his 29th launch and landing. That is impressive for a single booster. Crazy. Latest, Tom Lee predicts that banks will buy Ethereum to secure the stablecoins, not just for speculation, but for infrastructure. Can't play this whole thing, but I'm pretty sure I remember a decent clip back here.
It's 80% of financial trading transactions. A lot. That's right. We created a carefully curated list of investors to bet on this. If you look at the press release, it is the blue chip, both in the financial world and in the crypto world. We have
Founders Fund, Kraken, Galaxy Digital.
Yep, Pantera. Yeah, so these are in the crypto world, and these are like sort of the blue chip crypto entities. And of course, Founders Fund is legendary in the traditional financial world.
And how do you measure this? It's just based on exactly how Ethereum is trading?
Well, yeah, the strategy of the company is going to be based on how much Ethereum is held per share.
Okay.
And as of today, it's $4. And the company, as we explained in the press release, can increase its holdings of ETH by, getting yield from Ethereum, doing financing transactions at a premium to their holdings, and of course, if Ethereum goes up. So I think there's 3 ways that value per ETH actually grows.
Alrighty. So that is, of course, Tom Lee predicting that the banks are going to secure their stablecoins, not just for speculation, but for infrastructure. Peter Thiel also, I mentioned this in our news segment, Bitcoin is telling us that the central banks are bankrupt and that we are at the end of the fiat monetary regime. Bullish. Of course, he's making that crypto bank startup. Elon Musk is now worth over $360 billion, and he still doesn't understand Bitcoin. Again, more of these these posts are coming out on Twitter pertaining to Elon Musk not understanding. He doesn't really need to. I go back to Michael Saylor's quote of you don't if you need Bitcoin, you find Bitcoin when you need it, right? And Elon Musk doesn't need Bitcoin. He's got plenty of money in the world. Right now we're just kind of comparing what he's saying. What's the point of the debt ceiling if we keep raising it? Of course, everyone's pointing out there is no ceiling technically, and of course, Bitcoin, of course, has no ability to create more of the original 221 million Bitcoin. Hitting the debt ceiling is roughly the only thing that will actually force the government to cut waste and fraud. That's why the debt ceiling legislation exists, as Elon Musk also says that as well. And we'll just keep going up and up and up. That's, of course, why we buy Bitcoin. And also why Samson Mal over at Gen 3 had posted this one here. Bitcoin is up 11% in the last 10 days. And this image has been making rounds for a good reason. Capital is infinite, and Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. Let that sink in, of course, on his, infamous triangle chart. Yeah, that's it. That's all that's left, guys. We're at 2 million remaining, and this is all the capital in the world. It's like 90 trillion, 790 trillion, 700 to 900 trillion dollars in capital. All right, going to work. My entire future depends on this bull run, man. I remember feeling that way going to work, just knowing that this will be the run. This will be the run. I gotta do everything I can. No, yes, no. Oh man. with pure conviction, guys. That's what we're here for. What we're here to do. We're here to win this. All right, getting back to the chat before I go any further and leave you guys all behind. You guys leave a huge list for me to go through. Let's see here. Dad Sky, yes, that's a preliminary vote, as you mentioned. Jake the Snake says, I can't wait until Brad pamps my ZBCN bags pertaining to a possible partnership with Zbeck and Ripple. Sharon says, he was so lit today. Brilliant guy. Saying Sharon, who are you talking about was so lit today? I don't know. I don't know who you're referring to. But it'll probably come to me. Jake the Snake says the slick stylist, yeah, his styling is slick as hell. Yeah, seriously, where the hell did they find a Nakamoto shirt and give it to that guy? Crazy, ridiculous. Raoul Paul, yes, Raoul Paul. Yeah, I love Raoul Paul. I've been watching him for he's definitely one of the original VCs that I watched back in the day. It's amazing too, guys. Back in 2020, in 2021, when all the VCs were coming out, Raoul Paul, Cathie Wood, obviously Michael Saylor. We even had the likes of Robert Breedlove, everyone coming out and just telling the world. Like, you didn't have to tell the world that, hey, there's this Bitcoin thing, we're printing all this money right now, and that was in the heat of course, all the money printing in 2020, 2021. Hey, I think this is the solution. And they didn't have to do that. None of them had to do that. But of course, if you were there at the time, it made perfect sense. And Raoul Paul was definitely one of those as well. Also, Mark Yusko. There's so many of my favorites. And I don't really see much of Mark Yusko these days. We share him every once in a while, but he very, very rarely ever comes out now. Morgan Creek Capital, I believe, is his venture. Anyway, it's really exciting, of course, to see any of them, and of course continue doing what they do too, like Raoul Paul still does. Is pretty cool. All right, let's see what else we got here. Everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. Of course, more valuations against Bitcoin in 2010. A WM5 in 2010 was worth 178,000 Bitcoin. Now it's only worth 1.3 in 2025. These valuations are pretty cool to look back at, guys. Vitalik, a simple test of decentralization, of course, referring to that article I read earlier about him saying that taking more of a, I guess more of a cypherpunk kind of stance. Like, hey, it should be about the free. And I'm like, I don't know. Ethereum's pretty centralized. It's decentralized, but it's pretty centralized when you're going to issue the amount of tokens that you need for your space and staking rewards. I don't know. But anyway, a simple test of decentralization, says Vitalik. If your users aren't free to leave, to fork, to choose, you're not decentralized, no matter how many validators or advisors you have, he says.
Because we have the top decentralization KOLs as advisors. Level 2. We're decentralized because we use decentralized tech. Level 3, we're decentralized because we make our users free. So if you're building something, the first question to ask is, are you making your users free?
But your users are paying so much in gas fees. Are they really free?
What are you, stupid?
I had to say that. Nothing against Vitalik. I really loved Ethereum back when I started, but my God, it's taken on a different form. I don't know how I feel about it. But it's not going away, of course. I don't think it will ever go away. And I think it's going to be, of course, one of the biggest adopted blockchains for institutional investing in the future. Right, guys, that goes going back full into, I think that was pretty much it. Robert Breedlove, of course, I just mentioned him. Give a man a gun, he will rob a bank. Give a man a bank, and he will rob the world. And of course, Bitcoin fixes both of these. Guys, you want to know what money is? Go check out Robert Breedlove. My God. He'll give you a rabbit hole to go down. And then Elon Musk gives credit where it is due, sharing Donald Trump's tweet saying that He had a long, productive meeting with Israelis today at Gaza. Israel has agreed to a necessary condition to finalize a 60-day ceasefire, during which time it will work with all parties at the end of the war. The Qataris and Egyptians, who have already worked hard to bring peace, will deliver the final proposal. I hope for the good of the Middle East that the Hamas takes this deal, because it will not get better. It will only get worse. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It was, of course, on Truth Social today, or yesterday. That actually happened last night. And, of course, Elon giving credit where credit is due. And that's pretty much all I got to share with you guys over on the Real News today. All right. Speaking of other news, though, we can take a look at the normies. But Gamma Goddess comes in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Gamma. Thank you. Gamma Goddess says Powell's scandal is in an episode from House of Cards. Ooh, I like that. That's saucy. That was a good show too. Before, Kevin Spacey went boof. Yeah. Anyway, the Quint says, "Am I shadow banned yet?" Not yet, Quint. But you did call me Simp Taku. Come on the Powell, really? No, I mean, I just think that. As a figurehead, if you just look at him at a figurehead and, at least portraying the numbers that he's given and telling it like it is and going out there and doing his thing, what else more can you ask for? Other than, hey, he's not cutting the rates, but we haven't officially gone into a recession. Nothing has quite broken. And who else could have really navigated in 2020 if you believe all those numbers anyway? I don't know. I think we could have had worse. I don't know. Right, so what else we have here? Elon Tusk is autistic. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on the on the chat now. Elon Tusk is autistic. Cut him a break, says Jake the Snake. Didn't mean for that to rhyme. Yes, of course, I'm simping on Powell. He's okay. I've been watching him for 5 years. I'm kind of biased at this point, showing my bias. It's time for your 24-hour stream, Otaku. They're coming. I'm telling you. When this studio is done and I am comfortable, there will be 24-hour streams when the market's just exploding and we have no way to get off. And it's just going to be, hanging out all the time, just talking crypto all day. Raul Paul, yes, Sharon, of course, referring to Raul Paul. He was more lit than usual, of course, having a little too much to drink. Definitely will be doing that as well with you guys, too, one of these nights. I miss it. I definitely, I got to get back to it. Quint says, he's shadow banned yet? Not quite yet. Braveheart McFreedom says, who am I to question the king of Ohio? If he says autism, it's autism, damn it. Dad nabbit. All right, and then Hidegar saying, I think ETH will improve rather than die, hoping the gas fees drop sooner rather than later. Yeah, I mean, it will definitely, but the last, update we had from Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin on the future of Ethereum's new update. He's talking about maybe in a bit, maybe a year, maybe two. This is, of course, silly forecast for the future. Jake the Snake says, I am happy Powell hasn't cut rates yet. Yeah, I kind of am too. I really am too. I would love to actually be wrong about this breakout. I would actually be okay if Ramona's also wrong too, just so we get another month. I hate to be a selfish prick. I don't want to buy anymore. I just want I want some more time to finish getting comfortable. I'm working day in and day out, and my fingers are like, I can barely feel them. They're swelling up from just the sheer amount of painting and staple gun usage and just lifting heavy sheets of mass loaded vinyl and oh my god, it's been a bear, guys. It's been a bear. Okay, we really need the housing market to tank first, says Jake the Snake. Yeah, I mean it kind of already has been. I mean it's had to pull back. I don't know about it, and even the way you know that the housing market hasn't done very well is that we've had the lowest rates right now for mortgage rates, and no one's buying houses. So yeah, I think it's already kind of started. Matt Adams says such a good move. What the hell, Matt? You're mad. I think he had a stroke while writing that. That's cool. Quint says I need housing market to tank after the what? The housing market to tank after the housing market to tank after the bull run. Gotcha. Definitely Quest. Oh my God, you guys are nuts. Brave Army Freedom says, Quint, it is due to tank. Yes, of course, referring to the housing market. Cryptic message there for sure. I see. Matt, Adam needs sleep. Yeah, I think we all do. I mean, we're going to get into no sleep zone soon. Speaking of which, we'll take a look at the normies and if they're sleeping on Bitcoin, which I'm pretty sure they are. Here we go. What are the normies searching today? Let's refresh this since it's been a minute. And we'll get in there as well. Okay. So, of course, every single day, if you guys are new to this, of course, we look up all of the normie search history and see what they're looking at. And we, of course, grade them on a traditional grade scale. That is, of course, an A, B, C, D, or F for their search history. And, yeah, we're going to get started. Typically, they only search for 3 things. That's video games, sports, and celebrities. Diego Luna Soccer, Juniper. No idea. Estados Unidos, Guatemala, Diddy. Who would have thunk? I think that's finished. He was found not guilty and he's facing other charges. Rex, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, like I don't know. Microsoft layoffs. People searching Perfect Dark there. Wow, interesting. I didn't know they were going to come back with that project or game. So yeah, Microsoft laying over 9,000 people today. Laying off 9,000 people. Del Monte, and that's the second time they've laid off a mass layoff this year. Del Monte Foods Chapter 11. Okay. Heads of State. There was another company that filed for bankruptcy. Oh, it was Dr. Phil's company filed for bankruptcy today too.
What are you, stupid?
Stupid. Heads of State. Brewers versus Mets. Tigers versus Nationals. Sports. Normies love their sports. A ton of sports. Yolo County. Fireworks factory explosion. What? Oh, we gotta see that. Let's see that. Yolo County. We get some fireworks going in here, man. It's for the holiday spirit. Yolo County fireworks. Come on. Some news outlets don't want to show the fun stuff. We'll find it. We always do. Ooh,
One moment it's white smoke, the next a massive explosion as witnessed by a news helicopter above a Northern California warehouse. Inside of that warehouse, what is believed to be thousands and thousands of fireworks.
Damn, that's impressive.
Now it all started.
All right, pretty cool stuff, normies. I'll give them a D for that at least. In the spirit of 4th of July. Okay, Laura Loomer. FDA Blueberry recall, okay. Padres versus Phillies, USA versus Canada, House vote. Ooh, they're looking up the House vote. They're definitely going to get a D today. Old Guard, Kathy Griffin, Charlie Theron, what? Mephisto, Marvel, Ironheart. I guess they showed off a villain in Ironheart series. Mephisto, that's an oldie but a goodie. Unclaimed money. What? Unclaimed funds in Ohio. Only in Ohio, of course. What's all that about, Jake? You're letting money go unclaimed there. Jeez. Mexico versus Honduras in 2025 and Neil Druckmann. It was also, I was going to ask you about the, I guess I talk about tomorrow morning. All right, moving on. Bitcoin right now, of course, of the normie searches, also down. Normies get a D today. That's what they get. They get a D. They looked up at least the house, at least. I'll give them that for that. And I was trying to be nice on the fireworks. It's fun. Anyway, of course, Normie's not looking for Bitcoin. It's pretty much flatlined again. This is on the year. So over the past 12 months, they haven't paid attention to Bitcoin since November. A little bit in the later months in December and January has been pretty much flat since then. All right, in the last week, are they taking up at least a little bit of interest, even with sitting at near all-time highs today? They are not. They are definitely not. Still sitting at the lows. And again, every single day, 6 a.m. here, Universal Time. We are not Googling it. Someone else in other countries are Googling Bitcoin. Okay, moving on. I want to share this too. I haven't shared this in a while. This is Bitcoin versus Doge versus Ethereum, XRP, and Solana on Google search history. So right now, look at this. Who's in the lead? Of course, Bitcoin is. XRP. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, God. I just almost threw up my mouth a little bit. XRP. Oh my God. XRP, yeah, so search history is starting to come back up. So the normies are starting to get in, guys. This is, again, what I always say, follow the normies, follow the money. The normies love cryptocurrencies that start with an X. And yeah, I think it's happening. I think it's starting to happen. XRP starting to get more search history. And what do we have beyond that? There's a little bit of a peak there for Solana. As it did get its launch for its ETF today, that or today, yeah, that was today. So today is the 2nd, right? Yeah. So that was today. A little blip right there, just because of the launch of the Solana ETF. That's kind of sad. And back here, I don't know if this was just the listing getting approved, and that was the launch that happened today. That'd be my guess with Solana search history over the last 4 days. And then what do we have after that? Doge, Ethereum, then Doge. Yeah, of course, Doge kind of trailing behind right now in Google searches. All right, that's of course just a general idea, just give an idea of when the bull run might happen. Trying to get more tools in our tool belt because I still have a very good, I guess, argument to be made that Bitcoin dominance may not determine the cycle, because it just may be Bitcoin dominance for the rest of the year at or above 50%. We may not be able to determine whether or not the bull run actually happens based on Bitcoin dominance alone. So we have to be looking at other things too. So I'm testing that one out for a while. All right, so that's the general idea. Getting back into the charts, here we go again, guys. Sitting at 109, still flat tonight. Still not bad. Good place to be at. Any place above 103 is a good place, in my opinion. All right, of course, let's go full circle, and of course we're going to do our Bitcoin price predictions tonight. I really hope to be wrong tonight, guys. I'm so sick of being right. I'm so tired of it.
You may even get tired of winning.
I'm so tired of winning. Too much damn winning. My God. All right, what am I referring to again? Just a quick recap. If you guys didn't catch the beginning of the stream, of course, every single night we keep winning every single day when it comes to predicting Bitcoin's short-term price action. Every single day, every single night, every single weekend even. You guys go back to all the weekends we predicted the entire thing verbatim. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of winning. And last night, of course, we called for a baseline bear target, and here we are. We landed right on top of our baseline target like it was nothing. Boom. Into the market open, and after the market open, we actually got surprised by a bit of a breakout with the news of Michael Saylor, of course, Donald Trump and Taiwan, wow, Vietnam, trade deals, and the vote at least moving to the House floor. Yeah. So where are we going now? Well, of course, we're going to do some chaos magic and find out, because I don't know. But the chaos magic can point us in the right direction, as it does every single day. Here we go, guys. Of course, gotta get my, man, so much burnt bennies on there. There we go. So much dust. There we go, guys. There is our altar. That's right, the Crypto Chaos altar. Not supposed to show you guys this. That's my precious. But of course, we do anyway, because it's all part of the show. What is going on? I got nails everywhere. My desk is a mess. Holy crap! I got guns laying around everywhere. I got robots, and tonight we're gonna burn a Benny in Ramona's honor. That's right, Ramona. We are hoping that when we burn this Benny, that you will be right in your prediction. That is tomorrow morning, 7:33. Was it? I hate numbers. I always forget numbers pretty quickly. 7:33, I believe, a.m. 7:30, 8:30 Eastern, maybe. I think from her prediction. So pre-market, kind of looking at that kind of time frame, where Ramona is looking to get, hopefully, her shot at prediction madness. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. She gets that right. All right, guys. So we're gonna burn this Benny in Ramona's honor, and of course get the show going. Let's get the crypto Ritual sticks in place, Crypto Chaos Magic ritual sticks. There they go. We're going to put those right on top of 9 p.m. If you guys are catching this for the first time ever, I do Crypto Chaos Magic every single day where we predict the price, targets of Bitcoin. Obviously, we get it every single day. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong so much. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So I want to, of course, explain the ritual sticks real quick for anyone new. 9 a.m., 9 p.m. These are all time frames, guys. 9 a.m., 12 a.m., 3 a.m., 9 p.m. It doesn't matter. Inversely, we're looking at this in Eastern Standard Time on the other side of the world. Our markets are opening, and it's basically the exact same thing on the other side of the world. When you look at the trading volume, it's exactly where all of the magic happens in those time frames. Whether it's a sell-off or buy-in, if you know the overall sentiment and you track the markets as well as closely as we do, then yeah, you know where the targets are pretty much going to be met or hit, unless there's a unforeseen black swan or event, right? Or a crazy announcement that's going to be like a golden swan. I don't know. A unicorn. Can't predict everything, but in terms of basic human price action, human involved, price action, you're definitely getting a good idea. Even with the bots, it's pretty predictable. All right, moving on from this. So now that you guys know what I'm talking about, we're going to get into the show. Whew, man, I'm out of breath. Where's my lighter? Where's my lighter? I can't do this without my lighter. Oh, man, my desk is such a mess. I got staples on here. Yeah, I don't need those. I got candles everywhere. There we go. We're, of course, going to light the Bitcoin candle gifted to us by Milk Money. Yes, thank you again, Milk Money, for supporting the live stream. And we still are burning this candle, man. It's been lasting a long time. And this is what you get for about $20. God, these days. It's a big candle, but man, I remember they used to be worth a lot less. All right, we're going to burn this one, of course, on our altar. And we're the first step, of course, is to represent our idol, put it into play, which right now, of course, we're using the moonstone. Very well themed, of course. We want it to go to the moon. And also a little bit of carnelian. Where'd it go? It fell off my desk. I had it on my desk somewhere. I got some, of course, carnelian because it's orange and representing a little bit of wealth and prosperity. Anyway, we got, of course, our candle. We're going to burn the Benny and get it going. This is, of course, our sacrifice tonight, brought to you by Ramona. Thanks again, Ramona, for all you do. Whoa! Almost caught that one on the keyboard again. There goes the Benny. Up in flames. Doesn't rip very well, but it does burn pretty good. Holy crap. That's a good one. That is a really good one. That's one for the books. Nice. All right, so the sacrifice has been made. We've already established our idol. And, of course, we're going to say, Krokpeos! Our seance to get the ritual going. That's it, guys. We're ready to go. Ritual sticks are in place. Where are we headed for Bitcoin price action into tonight? Into the market open for the foreign markets. I'm going to give you, of course, all the probabilities, and we'll work it out. Okay, moving into it. There we go. So where are we headed? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Thursday? Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday, guys. Not Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. God, the day before July 4th. This is the day that Ramona has predicted we're going to see a breakout to all-time highs. All-time highs are not that far away. It's right here. Guys, it's right there. It's literally right there. Not that far at all. It's sitting at 111 and some change. 111.9 something. 9.6, something like that. Just under 112. So we need to break 112 to hit all-time highs. So right now we're already at 9 o'clock in the morning. Right now in Japan, it's about 10:30 a.m. So they've already gotten their day started. Intraday trading for Japan starts in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's kind of be their biggest point of volume in the market, trading volume. So something like this could start off baseline target looking something like this. On our baseline, I'm calling for maybe just a bit sideways and a bit of a fall over, kind of boring into tomorrow morning. That's going to be our baseline target. And then we're looking at bullish and bearish from here. All right, and the idea is here that they wake up in the morning. We get as high as our previous high from yesterday, and the market sentiment is still good. It's still positive. And traditionally, if we've already pumped this high, we would see more of a pullback, just because we, of course, yin and yang off of the foreign markets. So that's kind of where I go into with our base, our bear target, which is going to be something like this, which would get probably as high as a previous target, and then right around day trading, start to kind of chip down, retest, and get lost right around 3. That would send us down maybe as low as 107, but could also be free fall into about 5.2, 5.3, some of those lower ranges, down there, and of course come back up in the market open. This actually goes a little too far. I've been doing that lately, and I've been trying to clean it up. So something like this. That's around 11 o'clock. That's good enough. I mean, it'll probably recover around the 11:30 if it does, or 10:30 if it actually even gets close to that target. This is, again, probabilities. I don't think this is going to land like that. I'm also not really feeling very bearish. But I don't think it's going to be that quite explosive just yet. All right, getting into bull territory. Bull targets, guys. Bull targets tonight. We're looking something like a breakout and a retest into the intraday trading, getting above or touching at least 110, and probably getting slapped back down there into the market open tomorrow in the United States. So something like this could play out, one of these 3 things. I'm thinking more like a baseline. I want to say baseline bearish. I've been saying that every day. It's been pretty much on point. I don't think we'll go down that low, though. Probably a retracement somewhere like this, and down into about 107, and then market recovery in the morning. That's kind of more realistic. It could go lower than that, but I mean, the market sentiment right now is just really not very bearish at all. Okay, so that says bearish. I probably want to go, or as I'm being told by the chaos gods, are instructed to draw on the chart as they do every night. That's it. Of course, then we go into our super bear target, our super bull target. These, of course, are just for fun, and have only ever played out 2 times for the bull target, super bull target, and never for the super bear target. Gotten close, though. We gotten super close to our super bear target, but never quite hit the fire sale. That's right, the fire sale being 82.5 currently for Bitcoin. That's silly and nonsensical, but I put there, of course, to give the super bears I probably threw it somewhere on the last live stream. The bear is gone. I don't know where the hell the bear went. Yeah, I give the bear something to watch the show for, and that's why I do that. It's so silly. Anyway, getting into our super bull target, this is what we're looking at. Something like a crazy breakout. I want to be so wrong, it's stupid. And yeah, we hit all-time highs, and we just keep going. Why not? Why the hell not? Let's wake up and be wrong, shall we? I want to be wrong. It's so stupid. Let's do it. My God. Wouldn't that be crazy, though? I would also be right on target with, look at that. Right on target with Ramona. I would say this super bull target is basically what Ramona needs to win her prediction for Bitcoin's all-time highs on July 3rd. 7:33 Central Time AM. All right, so that is what I got now. That's what I got. Sharon, that's yes. I'll check back with you, chat. Beebs is in the house. How's it going, Beebs? Skibbity, Ohio Riz. Dagger. It's one of the craziest thing I've said on the stream in a while. Man, you guys make me say the strangest things. Yes. Hello, crypto and future crypto millionaires from Beebs. How's it going, Beebs? We love you. Ripple applying to be its own bank. Yeah, so is many other people as well. I mean, like Peter Thiel, we talked about him applying to be his own bank too. The U.S. economy losing 33,000 jobs in June versus expectations of 100,000 jobs gained. Swing and a miss. The first month of jobs lost since March of 2023. Damn, that's it's definitely what we're looking at there, Beeves, as well. I think that might be enough for them to capitulate, maybe by the end of this month, to finally get those rate cuts started. Missed it. What was Ramona's prediction? That was it. That was basically, I'm actually representing it. not even on purpose. I did it on of course, by an accident, being controlled by Crypto Chaos magic. But yeah, that's her prediction target right there. Basically, we're looking at a new all-time high for Bitcoin right around 7:30 a.m. Give or take an hour or two. I'm going to give her, of course, because I'm not sure if she meant Central or Eastern or Pacific or whatever, but it's fine. Of course, we love you, Ramona, and we're hoping the best for you, and of course our bags as well. Overcoming with the senseless price action. I don't know. Trivial price action. Overcoming something. I can't spin that one tonight. God. Brave Farming Freedom saying all coin seeding starting tomorrow, I believe was her prediction. I called for 11/11 on the 7th after the holiday weekend. I'm right there with you, Brave. Right there with you. I think that's where I am dialed in there too. I don't know the exact time. I don't really have an exact time, but I'm calling for at least the 7th or the 8th on my kind of target. Something like this playing out like that. That's my general idea since I called it back in the 26th of June. So that's my general idea. I want to be wrong though. Trust me, I want to be wrong. I'm so tired of being right. All right, so what else we have here? 110,007 for 2025, 7:33 a.m. Central, saying D-worm for July 4th. Interesting. Well, I hope we're all right. Okay, we can't all be right, damn it.
What are you, stupid?
I guess so. One of us will be right? Or we'll all be wrong. How about that? We'll all be wrong. We'll all miss the Price is Right target. We'll all go over and we'll all be wrong. Damn it. Price is Right rules suck. They're a bitch. All right, altcoin season starting tomorrow, I believe was her prediction. Thanks, Big Freedom. Yes. Proud sponsor of the Crypto Chaos Magic Milk Money. Thank you, Milk Money. Shit, tomorrow I better move some stuff around. Yeah, it might be the last time you could. You never know what could pop off. Let's see here. Brave Farming Freedom saying that I don't bet the farm, but buy. New dry powder just hit my account. Time to spend, for sure. Respectfully, Ramona, not likely at all, says Sharon. Ooh, Sharon. Oh, no. Sharon doesn't like her prediction. Well, I mean, we'll wait and see. I'm hoping for it, though. I'm hoping Ramona's right. That would be amazing for the rest of our lives to remember that Ramona predicted it. For like days now, she's predicted it. Maybe a week. It's been a long time. And I'm pretty sure she said that right around the time I called mine. So that would have been back in, because Jake the Snake was calling that too, like for the 26th or 27th. I forget what his 28th was it? I think his was the 28th. I think it was. So yeah, we were calling this way back. I was in a different state, traveling back then. So that'd be crazy if Ramona gets this tomorrow morning. Yes, Ramona better come through, says Crypto JPEG. I'm not betting anything on it. I'm just a happy spectator, of course. Of course, I'm a keeper of the chaos. I like to just watch it all burn. Brave Army Freedom says, I figured it was unlikely with the holiday weekend to kick off yet. That's exactly my perspective on it as well. So you and I are like-minded there, my guy. But it is worldwide crypto markets, so it's possible. I still say the 7th, 11/11/11. Jesus. 7-Eleven. You're betting on 7-Eleven. I gotcha. So, what else do we have here? Spencer, you cray. Spencer McPhrase is here. Yes, he is. I already bet the farm. Yes, he's already in. Brave Army Freedom says better than 0, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and then I thought D-Worm says I thought that was Ramona's prediction. Not sure. Oh yeah, D-Worm. Yeah, her prediction was 7:30 tomorrow morning, all-time highs, right? And so tomorrow would be the 3rd of July. And I'm hoping that for her, and that's pretty much represented by this Super Bull target here. So that's what Ramona is calling for. I hope she's right. Again, I hope she's right. All right, so guys, what I'm, of course, again, reiterating is a baseline or bear target for Bitcoin. Again, just not quite ready for that breakout. Maybe after tomorrow's morning session, we could see that. As you can see, already kind of starting to happen right now. This could actually play out just like this. We get this kind of staircase going, right? That's kind of the idea. I mean, it might land on top of our bull target. Who knows? But I still think a bear or a baseline mostly is going to happen. More likely than not. All right. So that's what I have tonight for you. Hope you guys have a great night. It's so hard to leave every single day. I love hanging out with you guys. And in the bull market, we won't leave. Like you guys said, it'll be 24-hour streams. I think it was Jake the Snake or Quint who mentioned that. For sure. When the no sleep zone hits, I mean, there's going to be nothing to do but come on here on the live. You won't be able to sleep. You'll be looking at numbers all day. And, of course, looking at charts like a madman. Yes, likes are growing tomorrow. Let's get 75. Yes, let's go. We're getting ever so closer to getting out of 700 and into 800 in our subs. Definitely hope we hit 800 soon as well. Milk Money also saying that you're calling for a July 15th at 12 a.m. at midnight? Huh. I'm going to have to start drawing these on the charts, guys. Well, let's see. Before I head out, let's do that. I'm going to put some pins in here for you guys. So who's calling for... Milk Money's calling for July 15th. Okay, so let's map this out for you. And then we also have... Bravehearts too. So July 15th is Milk Money's bet. There we go. And we're just going to keep knocking everyone's out until we hit it, I guess. Again, we're playing by Price is Right rules. So whoever comes close without going over. Closest without going over. All right, so that's Milk Money's right here. Right, Milk Money? Yeah, Milk Money. We'll put that in there as well. So Milk Money's all-time high prediction. So that's your target there. And then we've got Braveheart McFreedom, who said, was it 7/11? Or July 7th at 11/11. I got you. July 7th. So July 7th being a little, I think that's pretty much right on mine. It's pretty much right on top of mine. July 7th. Yep, right there. And you're talking about 11. I mean, that's pretty much right on top of mine. You might actually be a little bit after mine. I can't. All right, so that's we'll put that there as well. What was it? Braveheart McFreedom. Braveheart McFreedom. All right. Anyone else want to play some bets? Boom. Braveheart McFreedom. All-time high prediction. There we go. So you might be right there with me, Braveheart. Mine's not really a particular time frame. I can't do that. My brain doesn't work like that. I work, of course, in probabilities, but that's more than likely on my target. What else we have here? Clifford Bushman says 7:15. Is that the military time? What is that? 0001. What is that? It's got to be like the stroke of midnight, right? Not mine, says Cliff. Not mine. Who is that? I don't know. Chatty C, 7:22 at 12 a.m. Chatty C at 7:22. All right. So the 22nd of the month at 12 a.m. 12 a.m. is way back here. 12 a.m. Damn it. 22nd. Oh, I can't. I can't snap on it because it's a 4-hour. That's why. I can't zoom in either. Damn it. It's gonna have to be close enough. It's 7:22. Yeah, I can't even zoom in anymore when I get to that time frame. Oh yeah, there it is. So 12. I think that's close. 8 a.m. That's gonna be close enough. Okay, so that is Chatty C. I can't. Alrighty, right. No, not trend line. I need to copy this. Hey, that's Chatty C's all-time high. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, we might have to start a polymarket bet on this stuff. Okay, so that's 12. 8. I want 12 a.m. There we go. 12 a.m. That's the 10th. What the world? I'm on the wrong one now, aren't I? So that was 7:22. Why is it? I can't go that far out. Braveheart McFreedom. I'm all over the place. Oh my God. Chatty C was 7:22 at midnight. There we go. That's in place now. And then this one, Braveheart McFreedom's. Oh, Braveheart McFreedom. I don't. Maybe you didn't. I don't think you did. It was Cliff, wasn't it? It was Cliff that had a. I don't think it was Braveheart. Cliff was saying. I don't have one. I don't have one. The only thing that popped in my head was October 2025. What? You're probably calling for the top. By October, you're probably calling for the top. Next all-time high will be July 30th, says Head Dagger. July 30th, huh? That's way out there. Damn. July 30th. Let's see. Head Dagger. All right, guys. Let me know if there's anyone else that's got to place their bet in the chat. Right now, I've got Milk Money. I don't think I had Braveheart. I don't think Braveheart McFreedom had one. Did he? I copied the whole thing. I think I copied the whole thing earlier. Was it? I thought he did. I thought he said 7-4. Oh yeah, D-Worm. D-Worm's calling for 7-4. So July. He's calling for a July breakout. That's impressive. I really don't think that one's gonna happen. Just because everyone's gonna be on the holiday, just kind of chilling, except for the other side of the world, I guess. I guess if you don't want to look at the biggest market, of course, being America being closed that day. So that's D-Worm. What in the world's going on with this chart? Why is it doing that? I'm getting these all mixed up now. July 4th. What is going on with this thing? I don't know why. I just typed that in and it's gone. Oh no, that's why I'm clicking on I'm clicking on my 4th of July chan. Okay. There we go. Right. I'll never be able to leave, guys. I love it though. I love that we're getting these out here. This is gonna make everyone strangle each other for price predictions. Especially if we can't hit it. That'd be hilarious if none of us hit it. Okay, D-Worm, yes, D-Worm. Oh, dang it. There we go. What? Oh, no. It's doing that again. I don't know why it's doing that. It just didn't update. It already did that. I had to undo. Okay, whatever. Ridiculous stuff. There we go. He was calling for July 4th. D-Worm. What was D-Worm's? I gotta scroll back up for it. I lost it. D-Worm was calling for... Oh my God. This is difficult. Okay, yeah. At 7:33 a.m. All right, so D-Worm's looking at 7:33 a.m. Closest I can get is 8, so that'll have to do. 8 a.m. And let's see, we're here. D-Worm says, not my prediction. Well, it is now. I can't. I mean, you put it in there. That's what it says. D-Worm 110K 7-4 2025 at 7:30 a.m. 7:33 a.m. Central Time though. So technically, the Eastern Standard Time that would be 8 a.m. Right? I hate that. I can never get that right. We're an hour behind Eastern here in Illinois. Yeah, so so it'll be 6 a.m. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it would be 9 a.m. Eastern, I think. That'd be right. Anyway, what else we have here? I was saying that'd be through Ramona's predicted. I thought, oh, you thought that's what Ramona predicted. Oh, okay, we'll scratch that then. Yeah, Ramona's predicting tomorrow morning at 7:33 a.m., but that's Central, I believe. So I'm going to put 6. Yeah, that should be right. 6. I got to zoom back in. God. Why is this not snapping in the right spot? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There we go. Thursday. 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 7. Close enough. And this is Ramona's, guys. So now that we just make that clear. D-Worm doesn't have one like he said. Okay. All right, guys. So this is what I got. Let me know if I'm missing any ones. So far, I've got Ramona's. I've got Bravehearts. I've got Milk Monies. I've got, of course, ours on the stream. Chatty C's. Is there anyone else I'm missing who wants to place their bet on the channel for all the glory? For all the glory. This reminds me of Dexter's Lab. Dexter's Lab. Major Glory. God, one of my favorite shows back in the day. All right, so that is what we have here, guys. Calling for all these predictions. Degger's saying 7:30 at noon. Yeah, I have you. I think I have you. You're farther out. Yeah. There you go. There you are. There you guys all are. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see who gets it. Let's see who gets it. Again, price of right rolls. So as soon as we go over, you're invalidated. I'll see who gets it. Who's going to win? This is crazy. I have to show Rob this, man. He's going to lose his marbles. Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Well, with that, I will bid you guys adieu. It's been fun. I love hanging out with you guys. Bitcoin coming down just a little bit. Testing 108.8. Again, probably the new bottom. Hopefully, we don't see 103 or 105 ever again. Of course, I will see you guys tomorrow morning with the market open live stream. And yes, all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Yes, Chatty. Yes, of course, including you in the stream. That's what it's all about, man. I can't do the stream without you guys. I mean, it's no fun. It's no fun to do it without you guys. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and the market opens at 8 o'clock in the morning. Eastern. That's right. 9 a.m. Eastern. I will be there 9:30, just a little bit early as I usually am, of course, to give you guys the pre-market open. I will see you guys. Have a good one. It's so hard to leave. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe and don't do anything stupid before the bull run.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade a montage. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Can't find the buttons every time for this crap. Later, everyone. Yes, yes, you're finally off. Yes, you're finally done with the fiat, the fiat money printing scheme. Yeah, you're making that fiat. You gotta burn it. You gotta burn it, Milk Money. I hope you guys got a little bit more dry powder in before the bull run starts. There's not much. Again, there's not much that I'd really recommend you buy. If you don't have a bag of Zbeck, probably now is your last chance. But anyway, have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for the chaos. Have a good one. Woo. Peace.
Bet.